You are.
There it is.
Hell yeah, boss.
Oh, hey.
Oh yeah. Good morning and welcome to episode 1345 of Hard Factor. It is Tuesday, November 28th, 2023. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80% accuracy guaranteed right here on this podcast. Subscribe, like, and set to auto download if you don't mind. Today, Mark's got some very intriguing cases to tell us about.
Yes, I sure do.
And
it's a hint on one of them.
And I,
quite the hint,
pointing in his eye if you couldn't see it. And I cannot wait to hear them both. Very intriguing.
Yeah.
Wes, speaking of intriguing, has a which one's worse for the ages, one of the worst ones.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, and one of them is a huge news story. So I'm not. I guess I am a little excited to tell you guys about it, but it's terrible.
Not like Germans like sausage.
No, not like Germans like sausage.
Okay, not vending machine. We're taking.
Yeah, I eased in yesterday.
Yeah. After the break, we eased into the news stories.
All right, yeah.
So I thought everyone would love it. I thought, yeah. Not like that guy hasn't brought any no news stories to the table.
that was a great part of the show yesterday.
Yeah. So back to the dark room with Wes with the which one's worse for the ages. Cannot wait. And I've got some light news, all the latest brothel news, and a lightning round of other headlines if we have the time at the end.
Also, big news if you were listening, obviously yesterday we wanted the Eagles pulled off a miracle, like probably the greatest kick in the history of the league with 59 yards in the torrential downpour. Shouldn't have made it.
Crazy.
Made it. They went in overtime. Amazing game. Sorry, Bills fans, you didn't deserve that, but we needed it for the parlay. We hit that, and then we needed the Ravens to win. They won on all four of our parlays. We now have won $3,100 in cashed in the can for the Hardo Hive that that's the weekly thing, and we have another $8,000 riding tonight. If the Vikings, Sausage Made, we're recording, Monday night. Vikings win or lose by less than 2, we get another $8,000. That's $11,000 for the boys. If the Vikings lose by less than 8, we get another $900, which would put us to 4,000. So
we're in the red, right? Red,
doing well, and we're gonna keep
black, right?
Black. Probably black, yeah.
The black. Yeah, you want to be that's the good side.
Yeah.
The positive.
We're hitting parlays, and the worst part is, you can't look at gift horse in the mouth. We're gonna win $11,000. It's gonna happen, but if the Vikings win, if they win, we were 11 out of 12 on $150,000 parlay. The Texans had to cover plus 1.5, and they doinked. That idiot was the kicker was like apparently on his couch. It's terrible. It's terrible.
Oh, it was in the thread.
They lost by 3. They lost by 3, and the kicker missed 2 field goals that game. The last one he hit.
Why'd you tell me that?
Yeah,
that's tough. To get in on our parlays, which are hitting, and if you had been in from the beginning of the season, you're going to be riding these winnings with us to the end. That's what we're doing. The crew that's already in there. But
now we got a big pot.
That kind of
action, money, right?
Yeah. Patreon.com/Hard Factor. It's all run out of the Discord server. Shout out to Pat and Greg for helping organize that. Very fun.
We would have cashed. I feel like you got to cash out if the Texans.
Oh, if we hit the 150, we would have cashed out. It would have been like
75.
Yeah, we would have cashed out.
Yeah.
But now what we have is, because we have a group of people playing, we have that big stack of money. It's almost impossible to lose because we're doing so many damn parlays, and we're just kind of like doubling each week. $10,000, $11,000 doubles. Now you're looking at $20,000 the next week. By the end of the season, we're gonna have that $150,000.
I hope so.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the math adds up. 100%.
Science.
1,000%. 1,000,000%. Really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Get in.
Go Vikes. Go Vikes.
Patreon.com/Hard Factor. Go Vikings.
Do it. And if the Vikings lose, intern Al, you're fired.
Yeah, definitely. That's on the line too. So big game
for 30 minutes, and then you're rehired.
Yeah. Beautiful. Oh wait, I see what you guys are doing. I'm a little rusty. I'm starting the show.
You know who you're with? 3 Factor, yeah. And this is real news.
I'm starting the show. Totally prepared and totally scrolled to where I need to be.
And he lost in his back.
Bat and lead off, baby. He's fast. Hey, are you guys big fans of true crime?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Wes is.
Yeah, it's okay. I end up watching a lot of it with my wife, who's a big fan.
Right. Exactly. That's
usually how it works.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm a pretty big fan of it too. Not huge. I don't like listen to true crime podcasts.
I like documentaries, like long documentaries about it, like the Virginia one that's on Netflix now about the two kids that killed the parents. That one was pretty good.
Yeah, streaming services ram them down your throat. That was like the 80s murder. Yeah.
Oh, so cheap to produce. I mean, return on investment there for Netflix is just high. Right?
Although I did turn that one off because it was like half in German because he was like a German American, and I was not in the mood to read subtitles, at that point. But
I liked it.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I'll watch
Thank goodness actors and writer strikes are over. You know what I mean? It was getting a little rough there.
Yeah, 80s German doc. Got it. But I'll watch a documentary or TV show 2020 on it. I like true crime. Lots of Hive members are true crime fans too. None bigger probably than intern Joey, who demanded we make a true crime thread in our Discord to talk about obscure true crimes.
Yeah.
That
no activity.
Yeah.
No activity on that thread. Probably even invisible for a lot of people at this point. But
I know I've said it before, but if you like true crime, go to YouTube and type in the channel Explore with Us, and it's an awesome channel for true crime stuff because they like show you like the interrogations of these murderers and shit, and like, oh, it's fucked up.
That one you sent about the teenagers all getting interrogated was incredible.
It's an awesome channel.
So also, if you're currently thinking the person I'm dating or married to or seeing or whatever is a little too into true crime, which is probably the case, you might want to listen up to this story or just stick your head in the sand and tune out now. Because we're going to meet 23-year-old Jung Yu Jung.
Oh, Jung Yu Jung.
Yeah, and maybe it's the fact that her first and last name are exactly the same that pissed off Jung Yu Jung, or what she is claiming, her truly extreme obsession of true crime. But one of or a combination of those things led to her killing and dismembering a female tutor, quote, out of curiosity.
Jung Yu Jung. Wow, that's. For somebody whose name sounds like a jingle, you don't expect that coming from them. So R.I.P. to the what was it, teacher or
she killed a tutor. Wes just took his belt off live.
Yeah,
why is that one?
It was digging into my belly. Couldn't handle it.
Like you couldn't just loosen it one notch.
No, because it stays around your belly if you just loosen it.
I thought it had something to do with the story.
You see how long it took? See how long it took me to take that thing off?
That was a long belt.
It's like a fucking anaconda. That belt.
Into the story.
You look like a magician pulling the cloth out.
Yeah, it's like a clown car belt.
How did he fit it all in the wand?
That was terrible.
It's like a threesome belt.
Oh, you're comfortable now, though.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Embarrassing comfortable.
I am free. Yeah.
All right. Ready to go. So yeah,
it's holiday season, everybody. Fatathon starts after the holidays. Okay,
big time. We're gonna crush it this time in the Fatathon. I guess she just wanted to see if all those true crime, killers she worshipped had unlocked some sort of secret to happiness by killing and cutting up a human being.
Yeah,
Ooh.
You never know until you do it.
Yeah, exactly. I guess so. Now, Jung Jung is facing life in prison in South Korea, and I'm pretty sure if you get life in prison in South Korea, you have to do something nuts like cut up and dismember a body out of curiosity while showing zero remorse. You don't hear a lot of life without paroles in other countries ever.
Yeah, it's usually something disgusting like that, like a cult. Kind of like ritualistic something.
In Russia, they'll let you fight in the war.
Yeah, it's true.
Right?
Jung Yu Jung was just a cult of her own. She was her own cult there. Leader.
Cult of one.
Member. Yeah, exactly.
Whoa, Jung Yu Jung's here. She's going to be happy, right? No. Jung Jung premeditated the shit.
I just love murder. And then,
does anyone want to watch a true crime?
Jung. Wow.
Why are you masturbating to the true crime? Jung premeditated the
got a
shit.
Hello Kitty backpack.
Yeah. You mind if I pussy fart during the She premeditated the shit out of this thing, guys. She posed as the mother on a tutoring app and said she needed someone to teach her middle school daughter English. And she went through 54 women's profiles before on the 55th finding the perfect woman to kill. She set up a tutoring session at that woman's house and went over there dressed as a schoolgirl because she's like short. So she pretended to be 13 instead of 23 and was like, I'm here for my English lesson. And then when she got inside, she revealed to herself to not be a middle schooler, but a true adult psychopath. And she stabbed the person to death, then left carcass to go get to the store to get cleaning supplies and hatchets, and then just chopped her up.
Just in her
She left a pretty big cyber trail.
She did.
Yeah.
She was gonna get caught. But here's how she got caught. She was one of those idiots that like recently decided to call. This happened last June, by the way. She was just sentenced this week to
trials, all the details coming out in the trial. Whatnot.
We probably covered her. It's one of those things, like we cover the story originally, then like a half a year later, we cover them when they get in trouble, when they get sentenced. She got caught because she ordered a cab, and in the cab driver thought it was weird that she had like 3 wet bags that smelled. And then she was like, "Take me to the woods," and her drop off location was the woods, and then she drug those
with
body bags
of bodies.
Yeah, and so he called the cops and he's like, "I think you might want to check this specific area of woods," and they found a woman chopped up in the woods.
Her name's real easy to remember. It's Jong Yu Jong. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Damn. That's like kind of like Parasite. Got a little Parasite tinge to it.
A little bit of vibes.
Out of South Korea. Yeah, great movie.
But she murdered a poor person, right? It's like a tutor. She didn't murder like a rich person. She murdered
just like the tutor aspect and the murder aspect are very Parasite.
Right.
Just out of curiosity, is what they're doing it out of. All this stuff
that is morbid, man. That's fucked up.
Isn't it?
Jong Yu Jong. And rest in peace. Did she know if the woman had a family or something? I mean, did she know?
I don't think she cared. I mean, she knew everything about her because she checked all 54 people thoroughly. Dude. So, yeah, I mean,
jeez, that's bad luck to get picked by Jung Jung.
It is. Yeah, all this was done because, quote, same name was driven by a desire to kill someone after she became obsessed with murder from TV programs and books. That was from the police report.
It's her, she's a psycho. I don't know if like the access to it is what made her a psycho. But
that's what she's claiming, and they're just going with it.
She's blaming like Netflix. Basically.
It could have just pushed her over the edge. You know, she was. It might have like hastened her psychoticness a little bit.
She didn't have a lot going on. She didn't have many hobbies. She wanted to be a documentary about her in the future. You know,
I did warn that Netflix's obsession with true crime is going to lead to problems, and Jung Yu Jung, I guess, is the proof in the pudding.
They really shove it down your throat. There's all those people like GTA is making the kids go mad. Well, how about every freaking streaming thing having a true crime thing? The judge sentenced her last week to life in jail without parole, so she's going to be consuming her true crime content behind bars from now on. Yep. And I bet you she's going to clip down all the stories about her and like hang them around her cell.
Oh yeah. Real proud. Maybe we might even make the clipping. We'll see.
Hopefully. Yeah.
So there you go, everybody. The Netflix defense does not work in court as we would have expected. So
it didn't work at all. They gave her life without parole. The judge was like, couldn't wait to sentence her. So you really have to be careful out there with people that are really into true crime. I know that if we do a Hive trip and get an Airbnb or like a shared suite situation, I'm not staying at the same place as intern Joey.
No.
Yeah. It was his first thing was like, here's about me. I love the Packers, the Yankees, and true crime.
In no particular order.
There's 3 red flags.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm calling dibs on not staying in the. I don't want Joey to know where I'm sleeping. Now the story of Jung Jung really paints a grim picture, but if you want the opposite of that painted, like maybe your family, a specific loved one, or a beloved pet, maybe, or really anything of meaning to give out as the perfect holiday gift, you're in luck because we've got a deal going with Paint Your Life.
Yeah, we do.
Yep.
Yeah. I know Will, Wes, and Pat have all gotten incredible paintings done for them by the world-class artists at Paint Your Life, and they have gifted them to their loved ones and they won. You guys won the holidays. What was their reaction when they got the painting, fellas?
Oh, I mean,
jubilation.
Yeah, jubilation, disbelief. Is this real? Is this is us? This is our family portrait in a good.
I thought you were a shitty gift giver. This is incredible. Yeah. Paint Your Life transforms her photos into a one-of-a-kind, beautiful hand-painted portraits by professional artists. About how long did it take you guys to receive the paintings once you ordered them?
Quick. Blink of an eye, really.
Yeah.
Forgot how it was so fast.
It was. I remember. It can all be done in as little as 2 weeks. So plenty of time for the holidays. If you get going now, just choose a photo or a number of photos using their compilation service. Their user-friendly platform lets you order a custom-made hand-painted portrait in less than 5 minutes. You can make as many modifications as you'd like along the way. The artist is going to be working with you every step of the way. And you can even do that with a down payment plan, down payment of just as little as 10% down. It's only like, it's hundreds of dollars we're talking about in total. This is very affordable. It really is the perfect, meaningful, heartwarming holiday gift. This holiday season, you can give the most meaningful gift you have ever given from PaintYourLife.com, and there's no risk. If you don't love the final painting, your money is refunded, guaranteed. And right now is a limited time offer. Get 20% off your painting. That's right, 20% off and free shipping. And when I said hundreds of dollars, I didn't mean for the 10% down. I meant for the whole thing. That's right, 20% off and free shipping. To get this special offer, text the word FACTOR to 87204. That's FACTOR to 87204. Text FACTOR to 87204. Paint your life. Celebrate the moments that matter most. Message and data rates may apply. See terms for detail.
You know what's also great is if you order this now, you can order it for the holidays, but you're gonna, you're probably gonna fuck up at some point in your relationship. And need a gift that's just gonna get you out of the doghouse.
Will's choked up thinking about it.
Yeah, you can order this now.
That's what's happening.
You can order it
Brings a
now.
tear to your eye.
Put it away for a special occasion, and if it's like a get out of jail free card. Just have it.
You can kind of be you shouldn't be, but you could be a piece of shit the rest of the holiday season.
Yeah, easily.
Outside of like an
Mean as hell.
engagement ring, it's the best gift you'll ever give.
It could get you out of getting an engagement ring for a while.
Yeah,
buy yourself a year.
Easily.
Yeah, it's the alternate slogan.
Yeah. You're really buying a year. What you're buying is time, which is invaluable.
Basically.
Yeah. It's me, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think Will can go right now. So.
No, I don't think so either.
I'm choked up.
Yeah.
Choked up thinking about how great Paint Your Life is.
Well, it's time for I know Mark's favorite segment and a fan favorite. It's gonna be a tough one, I think. I think this is gonna be a tough one. Do you guys want to go with the death or the rape? Which one?
Oh,
yeah, dealer's choice.
let's go alphabetical.
Okay.
Okay. Death, then rape. All right.
Yeah.
We're going to Thailand then, where news outlets are calling a wedding there the Red Wedding, like an homage to the Game of Thrones,
Right.
Which
That's
I feel
not
is a
good.
little insensitive, but it certainly was a red wedding. Lots of blood and death. This, guys, is, where is he? Here he is. Paralympian athlete Chaturong Suksuk, who I'm going to call Suksuk from now on.
Okay.
And he sucks. He's terrible. As you can see, he's an athlete, Paralympian athlete. He was 29. He's an ex-soldier. He had lost his right leg in a train accident while serving with Thailand's paramilitary light infantry force. Okay. So, he's already got a chip on his shoulder,
Okay.
He's got a peg on his leg.
Yeah, but he's good. He was good. He's a good swimmer. Last year, he won the silver medal in swimming at the Asian Para Games in Indonesia, and he was slated to compete in the World Ability Sport Games in Thailand next month, but he won't be doing that now. So on Saturday,
Bring his picture back up. I'm always see when you see like he looks like he has an advantage. Aren't there like extreme advantages to the degrees of like?
Of course, it's not a level playing field.
It's definitely not. Like
you can't see his prosthetic leg in that picture, right?
You can't. But, like there's people that like literally have no legs whatsoever. Or like he's one of the more favored, I think, just looking at him right off the bat.
Yeah, he won the silver to a guy who only lost his leg below the knee. Right. He lost his whole leg, I think. I don't know how they work it in the Paralympic.
I don't know if they have
like full leg loss swimming or half leg loss swimming. I don't know how it works either. But anyway, he was good. And this
is Leah Thomas going to try to get in this too.
What's that? Yeah.
She stubbed her toe.
Body part. Yeah.
That's pretty good. And this was his love of his life, 44-year-old Conchara Pachunthuk in the and she's there she is. Look at that. I mean, she had a nice rack on her, didn't she? Buxom lady, very pretty.
Put a ring on it, yeah.
Yep, 44 years old. So he's 29, she was 44. We're going to talk about it a little bit more later. And what happened was supposed to be the greatest night of their lives, turned to the worst night of their lives when Suksuk got drunk. Okay. And
Sip,
the two,
Well, sip, sip.
yeah, a little sip, little tipsy.
That's his drunk alter ego.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So the two had been living together for 3 years prior to this wedding, but all was not well. Guests said that the two got into an argument during the reception, which is never good to see, bride and groom arguing on the night of the wedding. And people close to the couple said that Suk was always very insecure about the 15-year age gap between he and his bride. Maybe it was the leg that he didn't have. Maybe it was a 15-year age gap. I don't know.
Well, yeah, sure, but is that what he's fighting her about on the wedding night? You got to bring that up much sooner. Like you get,
they've been living together for 3 years. Yeah.
You got to remember he's very immature, Will, because he's young.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
okay.
29. Yeah. It's not a real man yet. So, you know, what do crazy people do when they feel insecure and get drunk? They do what Suk did, which was leave the party, go to his car, grabbed his 9mm, came back, and he murdered his bride, her 62-year-old mother, and her 38-year-old sister right there in the reception. And then the coward turned the gun on himself. So
four deaths, including himself.
4 deaths, including himself. Yeah, that's I
More
thought I
of
had
just the bride,
the bride, the bride's mom, and the bride's sister. They're the
utter
bodies.
tragedy, just
laid
total
out.
tragedy, because he kills himself too. It's not like the Red Wedding where the Starks were taken out by all the other families. This is just more of just a classic tragedy. You know,
just a madman.
Killer has an idea of why he was mad, because she always had a leg up on him in the arguments.
She used that joke too, and then
absolutely. Anyway, that's the first one, and apparently he purchased the gun last year legally. These killings are rare, but on the rise in Thailand. Last month, 3 people were killed in a luxury mall in Bangkok, and in October 2022, a policeman killed 37 children in a gun and knife attack at a nursery in northern Thailand. So Thailand's, you know, they're of all the Asian countries, I guess they're the craziest. I don't know.
Getting them all time to attend. That's insane.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
On
to the next one. Okay. And that one's pretty bad, right? Pretty bad.
Yeah, he took out all the women and entire family, then killed himself.
Yep.
This one's going to have to be a pretty severe R word to beat that.
This is pretty severe, Mark. Pretty severe. So let's go to the infamous Darien Gap. You guys know what the Darien Gap is? It's right here. It's the area where migrants cross from South America into Central America and Panama. Very dangerous.
I was going to guess a clothing store in a mall in Darien, so I was off.
No, it's the region in the Isthmus of Darien or the Isthmus of Panama, and again, it connects the American continents, and it's got rainforest, jungles, marshland, very treacherous, and everyone that comes across from South America looking for a better life in the north has to cross there, unless you're going by boat around it, right?
If you're walking,
I'm going to play a little video without any sound of kind of what it looks like. 460,000 people have crossed the Darien Gap just this year alone, right? And again, very treacherous, snakes. You know, you gotta find someone that's gonna help you across. And it's not easy.
It's got to be in decent shape. Yeah, it's adventurous.
Yeah, it's not easy.
I don't think I could cross the Darien Gap right now.
Here's a picture.
Most of America couldn't cross the Darien Gap.
No way. Yeah. Here's a picture of some migrants crossing a river. There's a mom carrying her daughter with her son. You know, just looking for a better life.
They're just leaving kids behind that can't make it through.
Yeah, exactly. But what makes the route even more treacherous are not the snakes or the jaguars or the cougars, which live in this region. It's the men who have set up rape tents along the route with the sole purpose of raping women and children as they travel to freedom. Okay?
Whoa.
Yeah, it makes it a lot worse. That's the rape tent gauntlet.
This is an impressive. Which one's worse, Wes?
Yeah. Hey, this looks like a good place for a rape tent. Let's set up right here. Yeah,
that's bad.
They're like Vikings.
It's insane. So this is a new report that just came out. It's big news from the Doctors Without Borders. Said that they treated nearly 400 women and children who have been raped in these so-called rape tents just this year. And from one of the survivors, one of this Venezuelan woman, she said, "How can you survive 5 rapes?" She'd been raped 5 times on her journey. and you know, these people are forced by economic conditions to take this travel for better life. She said, "We crossed the jungle looking for a better future, not for our lives to end." She said, "A snake does not end your life. Your life is ended by the men inside the jungle who rape and kill." And not only are these men
so they do
raping,
kill too, right? Yeah.
yes,
Oh
not
yeah,
only,
plenty. They do plenty.
they
of
don't
that.
necessarily kill.
What do you think happens when somebody refuses, you know,
Right.
the
Well,
forced tent gauntlet?
and the men
Right.
who do stick up for the women, who try to prevent the rapes, they get killed a lot of the time.
Right.
So they're trying to be heroes and they end up getting killed because these men are just savages.
Rape
Some
tent gauntlet worse. Anyways,
yeah,
This is way worse.
October-
This is harder to listen to.
yeah. October alone, 107 rape survivors, including 59 in a single week. And Mark, I'll do the math for you. That's one rape every 3 hours. The youngest victims were 11, 12, and 16. So
this one's worse.
yeah, pretty.
Because there's definitely some deaths too.
Yeah, there's some deaths. And yeah.
You think they mark those down on the data sheet over there in the Darien Gap?
Yeah, no. Silly
all
me
of them.
thinking it was just going to be one rape. You know?
Nope. Hundreds, 3 every hour, and it happens to people just on their way with high hopes, which is just terrible.
That's one every
And
Scorsese film.
and children. So yeah, they
Well,
say
that's as bad as it gets, West, there in the Darien Gap.
Yep. They said one more quote from her. They say, "This is
Yeah,
their land.
go
You
ahead.
have to respect it, and whoever passes there must pay. And if you pay or don't pay, they do it anyway. They'll abuse
why don't we
whoever
just
they
go
want."
kill these guys?
I mean, now that the report is out, the Doctors Without Borders just put this report out. So hopefully we're going to get some people in there
Well,
to fuck these rape
The
tents up.
Panamanian government should take care of them, right? Or what are
Right.
the two bordering countries there?
Colombia and Panama.
They're like
Yeah,
the
so good
anacondas
luck. I
in
doubt it.
Florida.
Okay.
They got to go in there and pay people to take them out.
Yeah. Pretty bad.
Yeah.
So yeah. So
I bet those people have had that tent set up going for quite a while, though. There in the Darien Gap, the locals. So
They might
Yeah, 'cause
grease,
they
might
rob-
grease the locals.
they not only rob, it's like paying the troll toll.
Right.
They rob the men, they beat the men, and they rape the
not
women
like
if they don't
this
have
is the
money.
first year there was migration from South America to Central America.
This is like the most fucked up version of Jumanji.
What's that?
The Darien Gap, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's
The pythons, the spiders, but
Yeah.
then the men in tents.
The rape tent gauntlet. That's a
Yeah.
that's hell on earth. Right
Yep.
there. Yeah.
So yeah, which one's worse?
The gap, dude.
The Gap
That one. The
Okay.
Darien Gap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I thought so too.
Yeah, much
Um,
worse, honestly.
Thought so too.
I mean, condolences to everybody.
They're both
at the
horrible.
wedding, but
Yeah, absolutely.
Darien Gap. Wow.
But if you ever do find yourself in the Darien Gap, one thing that'll help you is knowing the language. It might
Yep.
get you out of some trouble.
Probably true.
Knowing another language can certainly get you out of some trouble. What do you call a
Can help.
person who speaks 3 languages, guys?
Trilinguist.
There you go. I'm going to do the different one. You can understand sounds no matter what languages you speak or are learning. And then the sound Pat played is like doo doo doo, right? Doo doo doo. It's the sound of
It's
a
like
right
the
answer
perfect sound
in
for the
Babbel.
correct answer.
Yeah. So start speaking a new language in just 3 weeks with Babbel. You guys have been in there messing around, right? Pretty awesome lesson tools, right?
I love it.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, if you're traveling, there it is. Thank
There
you.
it is.
There it is. Thank you.
Do
Oh,
I love
man.
it? Correct.
Yeah. Correct. Correct.
Yes.
Correct. Yeah. So this fall you can start speaking a new language with Babbel. Why Babbel? Because it works. Instead of paying hundreds of dollars on a private tutor or fooling yourself with language apps that are a little more than games, Babbel's quick 10-minute lessons are designed by over 150 language experts to help you start speaking a new language in as little as 3 weeks. You're going on a vacation to some place with a different language, France, Spain, wherever you're going to go. Get on Babbel on the month or 2 leading up to your vacation, and you will have a much better vacation.
Absolutely.
Guarantee it.
Oh, yeah.
You talk a little bit of the locals' language, they're gonna be a lot nicer too.
Yeah. People
100%.
respect the shit out of you if you try to learn their language. And here's a special limited time offer deal for our listeners to get you started right now. Get 55% off your Babbel subscription, but only for our listeners at babbel.com/factor. 55% off at babbel.com/factor, spelled BABBEL.com/factor. Rules and restrictions may apply.
Wow.
Beautiful.
What a deal.
And thanks for that story.
It's a big story. Big
Yeah.
story. Terrible
Huge
story,
story.
but it's big.
No, they need
He's-
to. They need to nip
do
that
something
in the
about that
bud.
shit.
They need to bomb. They need to
Pretty
kill those
terrible.
dudes. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the meantime, the best thing you can do is to go to Babbel and use our code to get 55% off because that would help if you're ever in the Darien Gap.
That's right.
Yeah.
God forbid.
God forbid.
Okay, let's move it along. Thank you, Wes, for that uplifting news piece. But we're gonna move it to Brothel Bonanza is the next segment.
Oh,
Yes.
All of the latest brothel news you need to know right now. Also go to patreon.com/hardfactor to check out the 2 full Moonlight Bunny Ranch Hive hours on there. But in the international brothel news, really, we've had a massive bust along the lines of
Like
the
rest?
Robert Kraft, arrest
Oh,
here in
they
America.
rests.
Right.
That's
Well, it could
bust.
go either way. Could go
Yeah.
either way in the brothel world. You're right, Mark. Massive bust of massive busts.
It's usually a good thing.
Yeah.
Brothel world.
But these busts may have been smaller. I don't know. Maybe they offered a little something of everything. I'm not sure. But it's along the lines of the Robert Kraft Tiger Woods rub and tug in Florida, but way dirtier, much dirtier, stinkier.
The Lotus, what was that called? The Lotus Spa or some shit?
Something in Jupiter. Yeah. The
Yeah.
Lotus. Yeah. Lotus of Love. I don't know. I forget.
Yeah.
This one doesn't. Well, here's they have some funny names actually. 3 people have been charged by the Department of Homeland Security with running illegal brothels out of apartments in DC and Boston suburbs.
That's where you want to do them out of apartments. That's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, was until they got caught. They were doing it for 4 years though. So they were doing it for the quote unquote political and military elite. These firms.
Oh, nice.
It's I guess a lot of rich dudes
A
going
lot
there to
of
get
cars walking in and out of that apartment.
A lot of brothels in DC. A lot of madams in DC.
Yeah, and I guess Boston too. I don't know.
Like this is harder to determine because these are like high-rise apartments, but like if you see someone as rich as Robert Kraft walking out of a strip mall massage parlor, that's the one you want to go to.
Yeah,
Right.
no shit. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, just a random dude. Yeah, random
A
older
billionaire's
guy.
getting a massage here, and
And a
it
young
looks
person.
affordable in
Right.
Jupiter, Florida. I'm gonna go in, you know.
Yeah, they always it's either a great place, like an unknown place that has great food, or a rub and tug, or an illegal brothel of some sort. And these ones in the DC and Boston suburbs, the 3 people busted: James, 68 years old; Han, 41 years old, a female; and Jun Myung Lee. They're all Lees. She's 30 or he's 30. I don't know what if Jun Myung's sex. I don't know their what they identify by. But those 3 were busted. Apparently, they'd been operating their 2 brothel sites on the dark web since 2020 or like late 2019 when they got caught this year. The sites were BostonTop10.com and browneye'svagirl.com.
Brown eye, the brown eye.
Yeah. And so I didn't know you could have a .com and just be on the dark web. So I don't know how that works.
Yeah.
They got in early.
Yeah, in the dark web and the comms. But they were up in the like late 2019. They just got busted now in 2023. Han alone,
Good
the
run.
female that we know is a female for sure. Han alone brought in $956,000 between December 2019 and October 2023 in 2 of her accounts. So that's about $240,000 a year. And you'd think they'd be making more than that, servicing what the prosecution says is politicians, pharmaceutical executives, doctors, military officers, government contractors that possess high security clearances, professors, lawyers, business executives,
The elite.
technology company executives, scientists, accountants, and others. That's according to the prosecutors at Homeland Security. But what's crazy is that the Lees only charge between $350 to $600 per session once you gave over all your ID and employment information to them. So they have a list of exactly who's used them, and they were only charging $350 to $600.
Great rates.
Wow, that is great, right?
I see. We misread it. It's not the brown-eyed girl. It's the girl's brown eye.
Right.
Exactly. It's right there.
Oh, there it is. Got it.
Yeah.
Well, apparently the websites just said exactly like what they did. I mean, like they weren't. It was, I guess, on the dark web. You can be
If they had
hot like
such
that.
high clientele,
No
they could have definitely charged more. Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have. They should have charged a ton more, $350 to $600. is a steal compared to the legal game. But
a
you
lot
know,
of undercutting in that biz.
right, and that's what they're doing. And while these ladies and pimps could have made a lot more money before facing 20 years and $250,000 fines max each, their clients, like I was saying earlier, are also probably wishing they had paid for the services of true professionals in the brothel world. Now, because the prosecutors say there are potentially hundreds of customers, government employees that could be unmasked from this investigation, and no word yet from the DOJ on what they plan to do with the client list. You know,
you're sweating in
nothing.
your boots. You're sweating in your boots if you knew you went to Jung Lee.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah.
Nothing's going to happen to the high-ranking government officials that went to this place.
No, I guarantee there's high-ranking like brothels that everyone goes to just for high-ranking people. Like there's got to be.
That was their market. But speaking on behalf of all tax-paying Americans, we deserve to see the list of who these people are and the kinks that these dudes who get paid mostly taxpayer money we're paying for.
Right.
I mean, I think that the government owes us that at least. And in much more fun brothel news, taking it over to the Gold Coast, Australia, where brothels are legal and right out in the open. You don't have to hide it. A furious local wife was threatening to protest the Pentagon Grand brothel. This place is classy. Take a look.
That's not going to be $350.
No, expensive. Okay. The Pentagon Grand.
Yeah.
That's in Molindinar, Australia. This local wife was threatening to protest them earlier this month after her husband ended up spending $6,000, which is Australian, so $4,000 US, during a 7-hour what he called bender on November 11th. So he paid $4,000 US for 7 hours. Pretty decent at the Pentagon Grand. I mean,
7 hours. Yeah,
that's a day. That's a nice. That's a day.
That's a day and a half.
That was his favorite day of the year.
Oh. Yeah, it was.
Of his life.
Oh, it sure was, guys. It sure was, guys. The man, he's reportedly in his 20s with kids. He told the on-duty staff at the time that he was, quote unquote, breaking up with his wife and that he was going to spend his cash at the brothel. And he was caught after using a credit card to pay for 6 of the 7 hours with two Cortesians.
Can I split it between 2 cards?
Yeah. He tried to pay in cash for the first hour and then bank transfer for the rest so that she wouldn't see. But he was so horny, he just said, fuck it. And of course, he bought the fantasy and fetish upgrades as well. Just put it all on the card.
Fuck it. Once he was in there, yeah. He kept apologizing to the brothel workers, being like, I can't stop smiling. I'm sorry.
Right. I don't know why I care. I'm breaking up with her anyways. Yeah. So then when he got home to his still wife, he really wasn't breaking up with, he claimed to that angry wife staring at the credit card alert that he was drunken on drugs and had absolutely no recollection of the entire 7-hour threesome.
Oh, fuck you, buddy.
No, he should have said that his card was stolen.
Anything else, but somehow she bought it because she can't bring herself to see the obvious truth here.
She didn't buy it.
I don't know. I don't know what happened there, guys. But for some reason, her next step naturally was a couple days later, the angry wife stormed back to the Pentagon Grand brothel with the silent, somehow forgiven husband in tow. So like she goes back, like holding him by the scruff of his neck. Like, and she complained
like
to
Woody Harrelson and White Men Can't Jump.
Yeah, no, Wes, I think she bought like his whole bender thing because she complained to them that they robbed him. So she tried to go to this brothel with him there and was like, "You robbed my husband. You owe us $6,000 Australian.
But give me my fucking money back."
Yeah,
Rosie Perez.
Unbelievable. But yeah,
no, you're gonna give me that fucking money back.
Yeah. Yeah, but they didn't in this situation, Wes, because the brothel said
he had already done the 7 hours.
Yeah, because the brothel said this isn't our problem; it's between you and your husband. Obviously,
okay, can you unfuck us?
Yeah, right. Nope. Yeah, the unnamed wife couldn't accept it, according to the Gold Coast Bulletin, the local paper there, and she threatened to begin a peaceful protest of the Pentagon Grand brothel on the public property right outside the brothel. So like on the sidewalk, she was gonna picket. She was gonna Hollywood writer's strike, picket the brothel outside. But then the madam, Suzanne Pfeiffer, she told this wife she's welcome to peacefully protest in front of the club on the public property, but that her husband appeared soberish on the camera feed for the entire 7 hours while he was not sleeping in bed with two paid women who only quit after they became too tired to continue.
He kept saying on camera, "I'm so glad I can feel all of this. I'm not hammered."
Yeah, I'm so sober and enjoying and registering every single second.
Hate my wife.
The key to enjoying all 7 hours. Yeah, I hate my wife, and the key to enjoying all 7 hours is to not be too drunk and desensitized.
Let me say it clearly. I hate my wife.
And I'm breaking up with her, spending it on you. I love you now. And that, you know, and they also told her, the angry wife, that it might get a little awkward when the Australian Karen runs into other people she knows while protesting the brothel entrance, because that's sure to happen.
Right.
So in the end, they told her, hey, why don't you call the cops if you're so mad at us?
Yeah.
And she angrily left.
Take it out on your husband like your husband took it out on us with the extra packages that he bought. Yeah.
Listen, you live in a legal area. This might happen to you, lady.
Right. You might make international headlines for falling for the oldest trick in the book from her extremely horny and underfucked husband, allegedly in his 20s with kids. Like I said, she believed him that he didn't remember anything.
Yeah, no, she's an idiot. He's a smooth talker, that guy.
He sure is.
Yeah. Pat wants to know a time-sensitive question about cashing out the one bet. So we have the $7,000 parlay that needs the Vikings to lose by win or lose by less than 2. They're +2. Now we have the $900 parlay that the Vikings are +7.5. He's saying the cash out option right now is $609. That includes the $100 bet though, Pat. So that's
right.
$509 profit, as opposed to it's a $300 difference basically.
I mean, we're just riding it. Why are we being?
I think you ride it because of the fact that it's a $300 difference, and 7.5 is a nice. They're trying to buy you out, Pat.
Aren't the Vikings way better than the Bears anyway?
Yeah, they're on their backup QB,
and they're at home.
I think they're better.
They're at home.
Yeah, I'd say
they're better.
It out. We already won 3,100, Pat.
They beat exactly. We're already up, and they've beat the Bears for the last 5 times. So if the Bears break the streak, congrats to Chicago. But I mean, let's not. We
already won 3,100. We're gonna win all of our bets tonight. Ride it out.
Right. Yeah, ride it.
Let's not be little bitches like this angry wife who made American news by trying to protest
the bookie's trying to be like the husband and be like, come on, you should totally believe me, cash out, don't do it, don't listen.
I cashed it. It was a welfare decision. We ride on one. Okay.
No. Well, all right, fine.
Cat, bird in the hand. Yes.
Fine, Pat.
Weak. I feel okay. Anyways, this holiday season, whether you're looking for a gift for your courtesan, your sugar baby, baby mama, baby daddy, regular mama, regular daddy, babysitter, plumber, or anyone in between, Uncommon Goods has you covered. If you want to hear, where'd you get that this holiday season? Uncommon Goods is your secret weapon. And you do want to hear that. That means people thought the gift was unique and really suited to them. Uncommon Goods is here to make your holiday shopping stress-free by scouring the globe for the most remarkable and truly unique gifts for everyone on your list. Whether you're shopping for your Secret Santa or your entire family, Uncommon Goods knows exactly what they want. I went there and found my wife a set of earrings that had hand-blown glass from Murano, which is an island near Venice in Italy. So it's much more unique and sort of like meaningful than other stuff you can find online. When you shop at Uncommon Goods, you're supporting artists and small independent businesses. These fine products are often made in small batches. So shop now before they sell out this holiday season. Uncommon Goods looks for products that are high quality, unique, and often handmade or made in the U.S. They have the most meaningful, out of the ordinary gifts anywhere from art and jewelry to kitchen, home, and bar. Uncommon Goods has something for everyone, not just the same lackluster gifts you could find anywhere. And with every purchase you make at Uncommon Goods, they give $1 back to a nonprofit partner of your choice. They've donated more than $2.5 million to date. That's pretty good. To get 15% off your next gift, go to uncommongoods.com/hard factor. That's uncommongoods.com/hard factor for 15% off. Don't miss out on this limited time offer. Uncommon Goods, we're all out of the ordinary, and cash in on it now because it's the best place to shop for the holidays for people. Yeah.
And to your point of when people are like, where'd you get that? If they don't ask that, it's because it's a shitty gift and they don't care.
Right.
If they're like,
yeah,
thanks,
Ray, you don't hear
I don't want to know where you got this from because I don't like it.
That will never happen with Uncommon Goods.
Right. Exactly.
.com/hard factor.
There you go. Do it. A lot of good holiday options there. If you're a sexually active, middle-aged to post-menopausal woman in Michigan, you can finally rest easy because they've identified the man that has been giving 40 to 60-year-old women their eye syphilis.
That's a relief.
That's right. It is the syphilis of the eye. Yay.
Damn.
Thanks. That's an uncommon
horrible.
gift that you don't want.
That blinds you, huh?
It certainly can if untreated. Should I put up a picture of eye syphilis? I don't know if I should.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's bad. It's like
medical.
syphilis of the genitals, except on your eyes, right?
Yeah. Very
Wow.
sensitive area.
See it.
I'm going to pull it up while I'm still talking. So,
Is syphilis the one that killed what's his name or
Used
was
to be
that gonorrhea?
right? I think it was
Houdini?
Henry
That was a
the
gut
Eighth.
Not
punch.
Houdini. What's
Henry
his
the
name? No,
Henry the
the,
Eighth, right?
didn't
Henry
the
the
painter die from? What was his name?
Picasso?
No, was it Picasso?
Van Gogh cut his ear off.
Van Gogh.
This guy had eye syphilis.
Yeah.
Who died
So-
of syphilis? Famous painters, Henri Toulouse Lautrec,
I don't think he was
Paul-
thinking of that guy.
Gauguin, and Edouard Manet. All
Yeah,
died of
Vincent
syphilis.
Van Gogh died of syphilis.
Did he really?
Wow.
I think so. Or wait,
And he cut his ear
Maybe.
off? Is he the guy that cut his ear off?
Al Capone, they
I
claim.
hate it. It's wrong appendage.
Friedrich
cut off.
Nietzsche died of syphilis.
yeah, it was a
Wow.
bad disease back in the day.
Well, it's bad in Michigan as well right now. Pat St. Capone died of syphilis. Wow.
His younger brother died
That's
of
what
syphilis.
On This Day claims, but Capone may have died of something else.
Okay. Well, that's
80%,
odd.
80%.
A cluster of ocular syphilis cases broke out in Michigan last summer. Ocular syphilis only occurs in 1.1 to 5% of syphilis cases, so it's rare, even amongst people with syphilis. And with several cases all breaking out around the same time, the same location, the CDC got involved. They said, "Whoa, why is everyone getting ocular syphilis?" And it turns out all the women with eye syphilis had banged to the same like Lothario. One guy syphilising that eye.
Whoa.
Was he coming in their eyes?
gross?
He was doing something that got him all eye syphilis.
He's a
It's
huge
rare.
money shot guy, and he's just
Yeah.
rolling around with a huge syphilis dick.
He's holding.
Yeah.
No, hold him. No, hold it open. He has the Clockwork Orange thing. He's got him in the chair
Oh
with the eyes
my
open.
goodness, these
What a
women.
bastard.
Yeah. Hey, I brought a eyelid holder for you. The CDC released their report this past week saying, well, we figured it out once the second chick said she banged Joe syphilis, and then the third, fourth, and fifth women confirmed our suspicion.
Yeah,
Damn.
syphilis, man. Dude, what the fuck was he doing? Giving them all eye syphilis? That's crazy.
Did he know? Can you have syphilis and not know it?
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. He
Okay.
sort of Wes. So they all met the guy online. So he must have had one hell of a dating profile. There's got to be a cute dog in one or all of his pictures, I'm assuming. And some of the symptoms the women exhibited were blurred or double vision, headaches, sensitivity to light, red eyes, lesions, skin rashes, genital sores, and butterflies from being swept off their feet.
Wow. Doesn't
That was smooth, fellas.
Yeah.
pills just take care of this stuff? What is this guy doing?
Yeah, no, I know. Will that guy must have been smooth if he could banged all of them while his eyes were all fucked up. He's
dick's
like
itching
he's
and
looking
his
like
eyes
this.
are-
He's
yeah.
looking like this and banging everyone.
Oh my god, look at that red eye.
He once told that they had all slept with the same super infected with syphilis man. The women all said they'd forgive him if they could just see him one more time.
Yeah,
I love this guy.
that syphilis dick is good. They don't care.
This guy was
He's
smooth.
got something.
He's
They'll
got
they'll
game.
take a billion
Yeah.
pills.
I wouldn't even talk to a woman with my eyes looking like this, but the women all got penicillin, and that's pretty much it. Whatever else, and were
Yeah.
cured and sent on their way. But
Right.
it's pretty serious because untreated eye syphilis, as Wes mentioned earlier, can lead to permanent blindness.
You can kill you too.
It can, but it definitely can lead to blindness as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
The
so we
C-
talked about the people who definitely died. 10 historical figures here who might have had syphilis.
List them off.
This is from Listverse, so you know it's for real.
Yeah.
10, Adolf Hitler may have suffered from syphilis.
I hope he had
Ooh.
eye syphilis. Fuck
Yeah.
that dude. Yeah.
This one makes a lot of sense. Number 9, Christopher Columbus introduced syphilis to North America from Europe. That's what they named.
Classic.
Yeah. He really
Classic
started that
Columbus.
whole rape tent situation going on. Beethoven, number 8,
Beethoven
wrote his compositions while suffering from syphilis. 7, Abe Lincoln may have had syphilis while president. Wow. 6, John Wilkes Booth
Was he
may have been
telling?
suffering
He told
syphilis
everyone
while
on
killing
the
Abe
stage.
Lincoln.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
He probably gave it. Abe Lincoln probably gave it to Wilkes Booth's wife, who gave it to him. That's why I shot him.
Syphilis triangle. 5, Charles the Eighth started a syphilis epidemic in England. Apparently, Ivan the Terrible may have been insane due to syphilis. Shakespeare,
Ivan the Terrible.
yeah, Shakespeare may have quit writing due to syphilis insanity. Vincent van Gogh, as Wes said, possibly syphilitic inspiration for his wild paintings. And number 1,
tragedy.
yeah, Oscar Wilde died insane with syphilis, allegedly.
That makes you go nuts. It's like rabies.
Oscar Wilde. The CDC tracked down this incredibly charming, handsome man, making sure not to send any female agents, and told him he had real bad eye syphilis and was giving half the MILFs and GILFs in Michigan syphi. He said, "Oh, no way. I didn't know I had syphilis. I thought I just had the worst case of herpes ever with all these lesions. And I was getting treated for herpes, which is no treatment."
Oh.
So he thought he had herpes. He knew he had something, but he thought it was herpes, he claims.
Let me see what it looks like on the dick.
Lesions.
Oh God, it's like, I mean, it's
Don't pull that one up.
Well, syphilis, like it can go all over your body, and it looks like just a terrible thing of like chicken pox all over you.
Right.
It's bad.
That's the lesions part of
Bad.
it.
Hard Factor Pat live comments, youtube.com/Hard Factor News to watch his tape live, says, "I'm so mad that you gave me syphilis. I'm seeing red." Yeah.
Exactly. Big red flag. The CDC believes the man who is now experiencing latent syphilis when they met up with him, or permanently dormant syphilis because he had it for so long, as he was described to be showing no symptoms currently in the articles, leading me to believe that he was displaying symptoms last summer when he was banging all these women. He was betting them with we'll call them the I-5 because there were 5 of the women, had an unclassified strand of syphilis. They think that he had super syphilis that was super contagious to the eye, some unique strand. So that just went straight for the eyes, his version of syphilis. Sure.
He wasn't coming in all their eyes. This is major saving face. He had a move that he did on everybody, and it spread.
Yeah. I think he came in their eyes. I think you guys nailed it.
In their eyes.
This thing went straight for the eyes, as he probably does with his compliments to women. You know, he's smooth. He
tells them about their lovely eyes, finishes on the eyes.
Can I finish in those beautiful eyes?
His apartment was pitch black.
Yeah, I'm surprised they went through with it after the intense eye contact he demands. His red pus-filled eyes are so mysterious, they said. What are they doing?
It's like fucking a vampire.
Yeah, exactly. But anyways, they gave him a shot at penicillin too. So now if you're over 40 in Michigan and you fucked a Don Juan type in the past 5 years that had red eyes, get checked out.
Hey, now he's like a catch, I mean, he's got to be some kind of a catch now.
No,
he
spread syphilis to like 50 people. He's not
those contacts.
He's the most disgusting person
on eye syphilis.
in the state.
He's got something.
Dude, he's smooth.
Yeah, he's real smooth.
This is Scarlet.
Women don't even want him to get in trouble. Yeah,
no, this is bad for everybody in the story.
Yeah,
him included. Him, them, the chicks that he gave the eye syphilis. It's all bad.
Yeah, the guy should be teaching pickup game art lessons because he was nailing every one in the state.
Did they give him some penicillin finally, and he get rid of his
he's got
in like 2 days?
He took the shot. Yeah.
He's like, hey, do you guys see the guy with red eyes out there? It's crazy.
He's scrubbing his Instagram photos. All the ones with red eyes are deleted.
Guys with red eyes were fighting out there. It's nuts. You see that?
Just thought I had the worst case of pink eye for 3 years straight. Eye syphilis.
Yeah. You never know. You got to look into it a little bit further. All right. Real quick.
Living on the edge of a lightning bolt, and I do not apologize for that.
A lightning round of other headlines. I looked up the gay furry hackers that Wes was going to tell us about yesterday.
Yeah, that source was a little bit shady.
Yeah, it was a little weird.
It's a real publication. They're called Siege Sec, and they breached the nuclear research lab in Idaho on Tuesday, taking sensitive employee information and saying, quote, "We're willing to make a deal with INL," which is Idaho National Laboratory or something, nuclear laboratory, something like that. It's the abbreviation of what they hacked. And then they said, if they research creating IRL cat girls, we will take down this post.
In real life cat girls?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which one's worse? Because getting stormed by a group of furries is pretty terrifying. Group of guys with eye syphilis with red eyes or furries? Which one's worse when you get in your building?
Oh, the eye syphilis by far
is worse. I don't
Yeah.
know. Furries
If you
are
have
pretty
to contact, if you have to come in contact with both of them, yeah.
What a plot
Not gonna
twist!
catch a disease from the furry
Furries
suit.
don't intimidate me.
Plot twist:
Yeah.
you can't see the eyes on a furry. They might have eye syphilis.
Yeah, but there's a layer of cloth between me and them, me and their eye syphilis. Yeah. Anyways, these furries mean business, Mark. If they research creating IRL cat girls, they'll take the post down. And Siege Sec, all one word. They've also gone after NATO too with hacks. So
we're really lonely. We need to know where these cat girls are.
Yeah. No, they need the IRL cat girls. INL may want to look into making the IRL cat girls for Siege Sec because they mean business. They go after NATO, nuclear labs. Crazy.
They're successful hackers for sure.
Yeah, they are. It's pretty nuts. Yeah. Videos of the Dublin riots are nuts. I don't know if you guys have seen any of this.
What are they rioting about over there?
They're rioting over an alleged immigrant who stabbed a bunch of kids last Thursday. One of the girls, a 6-year-old girl, is still in the hospital in a horrible condition. And basically, it's like anti-immigration riots, and it's wild. I mean, they're just looting.
Where was the said immigrant from?
I don't know. They haven't released the government hasn't released the identity.
I saw that Conor McGregor made a big post about how he hates immigrants, or like he doesn't want immigrants.
In the meantime, Conor McGregors and the like in Ireland, so many Irish people are angry and rioting because they feel the government is basically like ruining the country.
I will say Dublin's probably the last place I'd go as like an immigrant, like
Ireland, yeah, they're not
goes.
exactly like super welcoming to outsiders,
right?
Yeah,
as a non-white immigrant, I probably wouldn't go to Ireland.
Yeah, this guy's got to be brown of some.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. That's the assumption on the street, Wes. That's an astute observation. And Connor certainly, it feels like he's assuming that,
you can sense it in his posts.
yeah, for sure. The implication is clear. Okay, bad news for people who want to live on Elon Musk's Mars colony. Your dick may not work once you get there. An experimental biology journal has released a study on mice that indicates prolonged exposure to weightlessness and space radiation leads to exponentially higher chances of developing erectile dysfunction, and that effect lasts your entire life. No boners.
Whoa! So you can't reproduce.
You couldn't get hard-ons. You need a lot of Viagra if you've been on a spaceship for a long time.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's weird.
Yep. So you got to wonder about that senator who's had the most time in space. Feel bad for the guy with this study coming out like this.
Oh, he hates this study. It's just like PII for him. It's like just
Arizona, the whole state. It's got to be a shockwave to the state.
Bonus dick one real quick. Bonus dick news story. This came out on like Sports Center in some places today. This Finnish skier admitted that in his last event his dick froze because it was so cold while he was skiing, and it was a real issue. You gotta be careful.
That's happened before. That happened not too long ago to someone.
Yeah,
we covered one I think during the Winter Olympics or something like that. Yeah, it can happen. Long distance nipples can get chafed from long distance running. Dicks can freeze off long distance skiing. You never know. Keep your head on a swivel. No Christmas stockings at the White House this year after the departure of another dog and the first family's acknowledgement of Hunter Biden's second daughter, Navy Joan Roberts, Joe and Jill's 7th grandchild. The stockings will be hung up at Camp David this year. No word on who's making the cut at Camp David. I don't think they released photographs of that. So it's fine.
They don't want to see her.
Yeah. We don't want to see her. We don't want to see her.
Messing the
her stocking was smaller.
Man, let's see Navy's tiny stocking. Susan Sarandon's son also a famous actor himself. His name is Miles Robbins. He tweeted last Wednesday, okay, I'm really grateful to see people on Twitter defending my mom amidst a new era of McCarthyist blacklisting. But can you please stop using the clip of her getting her hair done with her honkers out? And
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, look at those honkers, though.
yeah, pretty nice, right? Many commenters, Mark, on Twitter said the same. They were quick to point out that those honkers are something to be proud of at 77 and not blacklisted. Miles, censorship.
Those honkers are as crazy as she is.
Yeah,
Those
crazy
honkers are why you have your career, Miles.
exactly, Miles. So don't censor them when you're talking about anti-censorship. Don't censor those, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should stop censoring everything like those.
Yeah, Miles, come on. Follow your own fucking advice. And also there was the naked guy at Disney inside the Small World ride. That got censored on all the
I don't know
news
if I'd
stations.
get naked on It's a Small World after all. You know, like maybe that's
Was
you
he
know,
totally
so-
naked? I saw the video. I
No,
don't think
no,
he
he
was
was
totally
butt.
naked.
Yeah,
was
he
just
did.
shirtless.
Oh, you haven't seen the good video. He got
really?
totally nude.
Nice. I saw him like
Totally
sitting
nude.
on the like part of it. They said he was doing yoga or something.
You know what? I think you're gonna have to go to patreon.com/hard factor and listen to Florida Man Friday this week to learn all about what happened at Disney World. Probably tons of good shit in the news this week. Thank you for listening as always, but most importantly, like I said, patreon.com/hard factor to support the pod and check out all the hot fire content with the Bunny Ranch girls, and also of course Florida Man Friday every single Friday. Great bonus content to supplement the regular pod here at Hard Factor. But most importantly, get out there and have a great fucking day.